All right,
You should be fine.
I am streaming. So, this is just for all the people that are watching the VOD. I hope you enjoy what you're about to watch. I hope that what you're about to watch includes some victories here. For all I know, King Rexy is gonna absolutely annihilate me and give me skill issues from this, but I have faith that I'm gonna make some sort of progress in these stages. Yeah, let me send the link over onto the Discord, and there we go. Oh wait, never mind. Forgot I need to ping the people that want to see or that want notifications for this. There we go. Now everybody has access to the stream. So,
Nice.
how's it going, King Rexy?
Hmm. Well, it's going pretty good so far. I've been working on the Reborn for the past couple of days, and things are looking quite nice.
Oh, good. I'm happy to hear that. I've been having some crazy time management uh skills to develop over the last couple of days. Pretty much more than a week actually. Um So I've been super duper busy, yet at the same time, I've managed to eke out a decent bit of free time for myself amidst all of this. So I'm feeling pretty happy too. I think I should be able to get working on YouTube videos again amidst all this chaos.
Hmm.
Uh, let's see
Well,
what's going on here. Oh, we got 16 people already viewing. Nice. This is usually a decent time zone, or like a decent time of day to stream if I want to capture a good amount of time zones for people, which I prefer to do so that way people don't miss out.
hmm. Yeah, that's nice. That's a good one.
hmm Chris
Hmm.
M, hello. Are you one of those
That's,
people that's the Nitro Booster on the main Ironhide server? Because I think I remember seeing your name there this morning and it was pink. Zygerd, hello. Let's see, Elijah. Trunks says, Vaduk, I just got rejected by a girl that showed me a lot of interest. Uh, Same other than the showed me a lot of interest part. On, yeah, Thursday, I got turned down as well. So we're in this together. Uh,
unlucky.
yeah, it really is, just down to bad luck. She just said she doesn't have time for relationship or anything like that. So, it is what it is. But I put my feelings out there. That's a different Chris M. Oh, yeah, small world. I'm a Chris C. Kaiser Quasar. ASDS says grr. All right. In any case, I think a good amount of people are here and joining. Hi, Lynn. So here's what we're gonna do. We are gonna stream some Kingdom Rush Vengeance Reborn, a mod made by King Rexy with I think some foundational help by Pollux and a lot of help by Red Warrior. Anybody else that I should list in those credits?
Well, there were a couple other beta testers, but eh, it's fine if you don't mention them.
Oh, okay. And
Oh,
then people say the
yeah.
volume is a bit low, so let me turn up the volume for both of us. That's
Hmm.
the max that I
Okay.
can get it to, so you'll just have to
Well,
turn up your
hopefully
own
it's not too
volume.
high.
Got the popcorn people, this would be a long one. Well, we'll see. I might have to go in a little bit, but let's see. Oh, okay, I will not be using this because that's just gonna break the balance of the game.
Hmm.
I believe I was struggling to beat Clockwork Factory last time I did this.
Well, you got close to beating it. I think you managed to make it all the way up to the, but then something happened. I think you got overwhelmed on the left side.
Now, I do not remember what I was doing last time, so I have to make up that progress pretty quickly here. Azra, I believe,
Hmm.
has her yeah, Blade of Demise for insta kill stuff. Um, Let me see what else. I think the arrows were upgraded, like her ability and the hero spell. Those are the most useful things. Sorry, I don't have the Twilight Adventure hero for the other mod yet. We're actually waiting on Red Warrior, I believe, to make animations for that. Poor guy, he's doing everything. Red Warrior's carrying the modding community animation department right now.
Yeah, he has a lot of work to do. No wonder he's busy all the time.
All right, so I believe that there was let me just double check. Yeah. So if I sell this tower, I'm not gonna get a 70% refund, right? Like I'm actually gonna get the full refund because the stage hasn't started yet.
Yeah. The rule still applies, so you can sell the tower.
Oh, okay. Okay, that's good to know because I just want to double check something here. So the max range is going to be over here. And then the max range for this tower is going to be over here. Ah, okay. Good, 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 good. So I can do this because I was thinking of having the mage and then the shadow archer so that we could debuff the mecha dwarves to deal with those guys. I believe
Mm-hmm.
that's where I was at in terms of progress here. Let's see. Would you go to college? Yes, I am studying mathematics right now. Um, what? Why is ASDS answering for me with wrong information? Bro has no
Really?
idea what he's talking about. Okay, put these guys up over here.
All right.
Where did he?
Yeah, for
Okay.
this level, all you need to do is just manage your single target damage, area damage. You can't go too much in one direction.
Yeah, yeah. That's what I guess I'll have the round forest for. Hopefully to clear out some of the less tanky enemies.
Yeah,
In
it
fact, I
helps
should
out a
probably.
lot.
Yeah, I'll just get a lot of tier 1 towers right now since they seem to be the most efficient. After all, you are costing yourself the upgrades. Or you're costing
Mhm.
yourself the strategic points by buying these towers, so it makes sense that they're super efficient. Budu doesn't need college, he already has his PhD in Yapology. Wow, Selena.
Yeah, probably.
Showing up just to insult me. I see how it is. But yeah, I'm studying mathematics. Lucy Okala or Osala, how you say your name. Don't listen to whatever anybody else says. Just listen to me. I have all the correct information. I'm studying statistics specifically. I say mathematics to keep it simple, but at my college in particular, it's a different degree than mathematics, which is part of the reason why I picked it because I don't like writing proofs, but I do like crunching some numbers. So I chose that on purpose, and then I'll be hopefully getting my master's degree in economics in the Netherlands. So look out, Selena. You better watch your mouth because I'm coming for you.
Mm.
What? Okay. Oh, right. These guys. I just had to remember what the reinforcements were and what they did.
Mhm.
All right, slow's looking pretty significant already, which is good to see.
Yeah, the slow is described in the tower description, so if you hover over the upgraded shot, it tells you how much the slow gets increased by.
Yeah, 30%, and then it should go to 40, right? Or 35.
Uh,
I just I was
yeah,
trying to see if it could go off of
it used
memory.
to be 40. It used to be 40, but I ended up nerfing it.
Ah,
The
see, I'm a
tower
good
went
commander. I know
through
my
a couple
army.
reworks. Yeah.
Yo, Netherlands, which university? Maastricht. Maastricht. Sorry. I'm saying hopefully because it's not like set in stone yet. Like, I have to, apply and stuff once I get my bachelor's degree.
Hmm.
Okay, let's soften these guys up right now. Get some extra gold.
Hmm.
It's a good thing that you made the gold values really small in here, so that way I don't just like start getting way too many enemies or like way too many towers based on these guys. Because I was
Hmm.
playing Vanilla Origins again, and the amount of gold that you get from enemies was like a lot higher than I remember. Like you have so much gold that you can afford to get like luxury upgrades. At least what I call luxury upgrades, stuff that like is pretty suboptimal, so you normally wouldn't want to get it. Um,
Hmm.
like Slumber Arrows or Ward of Disruption, those type of abilities. I feel like those are usually a last resort because you'd sooner get burst arrows. You'd sooner get like you would much sooner get Hunter's Mark rather than Crimson Sentence, stuff like that.
Hmm. Yeah, I've noticed that too with Origins. For some reason, enemies give abnormally large amount of loot, like at least compared to Frontiers in the first Kingdom Rush game. So you can really stack up your defense quite fast.
All right, I'm just gonna use this for getting this part over with. I mean, I probably should have used it on this guy to
Mm.
be honest. But yeah,
Yeah, you
it
might.
it just reminds me of how like how much easier Origins is, I guess, once you know what you're doing and micro.
Hmm. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't take too much of Origins doesn't take that much skill, well, at least compared to to its predecessors. As long as you get access to the arcane archers, you can just spam them alongside some low-level barracks, and you can essentially win 90% of the levels.
Huh. Yeah, but the same could be said for most towers. Like War Champion beat Sunken Citadel with only Templars, right? So like
Hmm.
the spam argument, I feel like is kind of inconsequential. I feel like the thing that people mean to say when they say that about spamming Arcane Archers is that because they're such a strong tower and like because they have some mixed tree damage, they decide that it's a good idea to try doing that. Or like it feels like a smart idea to do that. So that's like their own experience with it. But I bet that if they tried to spam other tower types as well, they'd probably find similar results.
Yeah, I can't say the same for Origins. If you try to spam mages, it's actually very hard. Especially once you get to Macton's Retreat, if you can even make it that far. That level requires insanely good micro, especially if you're using Durax. So having to micro 3 characters at once alongside managing your reinforcements, ultimate spell, and the Thunderbolt, it takes a lot of skill to execute properly, especially if you're doing it on difficulty that's higher than normal. Because if you do it on normal or casual, I think most people can get over it, but if you want to really flex, you gotta try on a harder difficulty.
Yeah, but then at that point, right, you're just making it harder for yourself by using Durax. Like you could just use a hero that doesn't require too much micro, and maybe it'll go a little
Oh,
bit better for you. By the way, I'm purposefully not
maybe.
upgrading anything because I want to see if I can save up the gold for like when the wave starts to get difficult, and then I can choose my upgrades based on that.
Yeah, that's understandable. That's what you should be doing for most of the levels. Since you don't know the wave composition, you kind of have to guard your gold and use it wisely.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, see these guys, they're making me want to upgrade my orcs, but look at that, we're fine.
Yeah, King Rexy unofficially said Thunderbolts. All right, I might have said Thunderbolts instead of a Thunderbolt, but yeah, it
Oh,
doesn't really
it's
matter.
because Orb is really on everyone's case about saying uh Thunderbolt instead of Lightning Bolt or just Lightning because people say Lightning to mean the spell in Kingdom Rush Origins,
Mm-hmm.
but it's technically called Thunderbolt. So he's saying that people should call
Yeah,
it that officially.
I know. I remember that as Thunderbolt just because I was modding Origins recently and it's listed as Thunderbolt. So that's why I memorized it as Thunderbolt instead of Lightning. Although I used to call it Lightning when I was younger because I didn't know any better.
Novanox, what the heck are you talking about? I'm gonna have to give you a pin of shame. No, I'm not gonna pin that. But yeah, just to catch up with the chat real quick. And yeah, it's good that you know the official titles and stuff like that. I usually am also like that. I like to call things by their official names, but sometimes I don't recall it, or I hear other people calling them by their unofficial names, so I start to get used to saying that as well. Like here in the US, people will say like 4.0 instead of 4.0. So it got me used to saying that instead, even though I don't like that. It just comes to mind. Hey, the slopper.
Hmm, I
Also,
see. Some
also,
people much more use Wilbur. If only it was as simple as that. I mean, it is if you're playing on low difficulty, but on impossible. You have to try a little bit.
I mean, Wilbur's even better than Durax. I would imagine that he would do a pretty decent job.
And in terms of DPS, yeah.
All right, right now,
Durax
Azur's
has
making
its
it so that I
advantage.
can just save gold. What was that?
Hmm. Durax has his own advantages because he provides a lot of stalling power. Plus, his ultimate is very good if you want to chunk a high tier enemy like the golems, or if you just want to use it to weaken a horde of enemies if you don't have your thunderbolt up.
Yeah, it's very useful as true damage, but then again, so is Wilbur's hero spell, and I think it is almost entirely stronger. I don't know.
Hmm.
He does have the stalling power, and he's like the next best hero for sure with all the micro. But Wilbur is, in my opinion, just better. Maybe I sound a bit arrogant saying that.
I guess it depends on how you, because from a general perspective, Wilbur does outperform Durax, but in some specific challenges, Durax might be a slightly more viable option than Wilbur.
Yeah, I think when the going gets tough and you need the utility, I can see that. Yeah, let's soften up these guys.
Rexy, thanks for teaching me how to mod Kingdom Rush Vengeance. Well, no problem, man. You're welcome. Hopefully you make a great mod one day.
Oh, that's so wholesome.
Yeah, because I believe this guy was in my DMs and he was asking how to mod Vengeance, and I showed him a little tutorial on how to do base stuff.
Okay, let's see if this ends up being a good strategy. This is so cost efficient that I might as well do this.
It is working out for now.
Yeah, like because I'm managing to save so much gold, I think yeah, I really just ought to do this. Now here is a little bit different. I'm very tempted to get orcs and shadow archers on these spots, but I don't know which one is better.
Well, you have enough magic damage, so you should be fine versus aerial units.
Oh yeah, maybe I should just... I'll just save them. I don't need to get anything just yet.
Yeah, for now save the tower spots. I would probably go for Orc Warriors then, just have the extra stalling power, but you can also go Shadow Archer if you want to catch any leaking enemy.
Yeah. What the heck did I just... What am I looking at? 100,000 IDR. What is IDR? Not to get political, but what is IDR?
Alright. I don't know, it's some sort of currency, but I'm not sure which one it is.
Okay, while I'm going to look this up, I might as well fix the stream title anyways, as people were saying. Let's see, IDR to USD. Let's see. Okay. So, it's Indonesian rupiah. Nice. So 100,000, right, is $6. Thank you for the $6, my guy. I appreciate that quite a lot. Now, I don't know what purchasing power those things have, like how much you can buy with that, with the 100,000. So that also helps scale the level of generosity. So even if it what do you call it, like even if you gave me something that would be the equivalent of 99 cents, if you could buy like a meal for yourself that would, like, you know, feed two or something with that amount of money, then that makes it all the more generous. That would be the equivalent of giving me like $16.
Yeah, that's quite a generous donation from him.
Yeah, thank you very much. Oh, look, you got 5 likes. I like how you can't pin donations and they'll go away, but you can like them, which is funny.
Yeah, that's an odd feature.
3 Big Macs, you say? That's insane. Okay, hold on. We're going back here, right? Let me look up the price of a Big Mac in California. No. Stop. What? Okay, you know what? Forget it. Just forget it. I'm not gonna spend that long trying to figure out how to get the get the price to be shown on here. But I can tell you that that's super generous by my standards. Super duper generous. So thank you very, very much. Alright, let's apply the poison now to this guy. Something small for your alliance video. Oh, thank you, Chris. Look at everyone being so nice. And okay, she did not have the ability ready. By the way, in Alliance, the cooldowns, or not the cooldowns, well, I guess it's kind of a cooldown. The respawn time of units, of heroes, is super duper long because you have 2 of them. So to make it the equivalent of, like, you know, 15 seconds for each of them, it's 30 seconds for each of them most of the time. Well, that's not a reasonable change. I think that's a pretty reasonable change. It's one of the reasons why, like, your micro does matter, because you don't want your hero to die. But it's not like we're microing Durax and like being super optimal with him is gonna make you deal like a ton of damage. It's just gonna keep you from like losing a unit. Here we go. This is the counter to my defense.
The Silver Alchemist.
Yeah.
It should be fine. As long as you can keep them in melee, because otherwise they're just...
Yeah, exactly. Like, that guy's gonna die, so I can just keep my units blocking over here, which is nice.
Yeah.
Oh, it's very nice. I remember why I was
Okay.
putting orcs over here before. Oh, no, no, no. No steam moments, please. And let's see, what direction are these guys gonna go in?
Aw, unlucky. One of the Silver Alchemists didn't got hit.
Yeah. Oh well. Alright, so since I'm probably gonna use another big spell to finish off those guys, let's have her do the insta-kill here.
Hmm.
And yeah, I think I want to get this. And a little bit of this. And then we'll do a little bit of this. Ah, those guys do a bit more damage than I was expecting. Makes sense. I saw her stats at the hero room.
Hmm. Yeah, you could have checked those. I think you saw them, but I'm not sure if you like.
Well, I saw her
process
level
them.
10 stats, so like, and also like I can see her health here too. So like I had many opportunities to like get an idea of how much tankiness she was going to have. All right.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Let's try and get an
Hey,
insta kill here.
Hmm. Ooh,
Nope.
would you look at that? Put your hands in the air. All your rushers everywhere. The Vudusi talks back with a Selena attack.
What is that
Well,
supposed to mean?
I don't know, but still, it's funny. Also, hi coziness. How's it going?
Yeah, nice to see you here. Okay, this is great timing. My mom said time to eat, so I don't think I'm gonna beat the stage within this amount of time, am I? The math voices
I don't
begin to
know.
chant Voodoo cast to resist. I don't know what they're talking about now. No, cursory reinforcement, get away! Be gone!
Ooh.
Okay, all good. You saw what I was trying to do there with my micro, right? Like, just
Yeah.
wanted to make sure he would walk through unscathed, mostly.
Yeah, I noticed. Is Rexy beta tester? For Alliance, unfortunately, no. I wasn't given the opportunity to beta test Alliance, although I would have appreciated it very much. But it is what it is. I'm sure the beta testers that were chosen are very creative people and can help out the game and its development.
All right, I've got a weird idea. Very, very
Mm-hmm.
cursed. But how about you try streaming this stage and see how you would solve it? I'm gonna be gone, so I won't be able to watch it while I eat breakfast anyways. uh
Okay, but how am I going to be able to stream it?
what I'm
How
thinking
is that going to work?
is I go here to our DM, you stream like your screen, and I will watch it from here while I'm streaming it so people can watch mine and view your gameplay. Yeah, yeah, we're outsourcing right now. Child labor. Well,
Okay,
not
just
child labor.
okay. Just don't share my screen yet because I need to turn off the music.
Oh, okay. Sure thing. Sure thing. Rexy, you should get paid for this. Just saying. Ah, Wild Archer says, "For honor
Yeah.
and glory, love your vids, man. Keep it up. Thank you. I'm gonna be uploading something. Hopefully on Monday when I have free time again. We shall see. But I
Okay.
basically have every single one of my weekends blocked because there's a family birthday or some sort of holiday like Mother's Day every single weekend for the next next 3 weeks.
Okay. Let me see. Upgrades.
Of course it
Okay.
is. All right,
Upgrades. Ooga booga.
you
How
you
many
you
upgrades are
guys.
supposed? Let
Oh,
me
how
see.
many are you
Three,
supposed to have?
four. Yeah, I'm trying to remember the progression system because it's been a while since I've played on a fresh save file. I think I'm supposed to have 12.
Oh, Selena
So
wants a
let's
chat.
grab.
I'm not sharing that.
Hmm. Okay, I think yeah, that should do it for the upgrades. For a hero, let's pick Azra, and let's just reselect.
What is the most
Okay.
optimal way to share the screen? Is this the most zoomed in it can be? Huh. I guess so.
Hmm. I suppose.
Okay, that's really
Hmm.
suboptimal.
Okay. Is it working? Is everything
Yes.
fine? Hmm.
Looks like it. Okay, guys, enjoy a lower resolution stream. I will be back when I can. See ya.
uh, okay. Well, I suppose I'm gonna be handling the Vudusi stream. So
Yep.
yeah. Okay, let's go to Clockwork Factory. And first of all, let's change the difficulty. We're not playing on the difficulty because we're not casuals. We're going on expert. And yeah, the only difference between me and Voodoo, Azra's level 10, but there's not much I can do. So we're gonna use her at level 10 because why not? It shouldn't make too much of a difference because the level itself is supposed to be beatable relatively easily. Budok is not even going to be on the stream. No, he is gonna come back. He's just gonna be eating right now, so he put me in his position, you can say. I really want to turn on the music because I love the music that I added on area, but due to YouTube and all, I get copyright strikes, so we're gonna play it with just the sounds on, which kind of sucks. Okay, so first things first, one of those. Ignore the melting furnace, we're not gonna use it, obviously, otherwise that's gonna be really, really bad. So let's go for this, for either one of you. And let's just get the levels started. Let's get it to running. Okay, put the reinforcements in. Thoughts on Alliance art style? I think Alliance has a pretty good art style. Like for the most part, there wasn't a part of the art that I didn't enjoy or found dissatisfying to look at. So good on Ironhide. They're improving their art style with every game, which is always nice because that means they're moving in the right direction. But okay, now let's handle the situation a little bit. Kite back a bit. Is the burst. Burst down these guys a little bit. No, Azura. No melee range. Okay, let's just get the next wave up and running. I think that should be fine. And now, let's take a look at what we have here. We got more bruisers, nothing too much. I kind of want to upgrade the Rotten Forest right away. But I know it's going to be a bad idea, it's going to bite me in the butt later on, so I'm going to resist it. Say whatever you want, Rexy, right now, get Duke into trouble. Nah, I'm not gonna do it. I ain't betraying him like that. Why would you want to betray the Voodoosi? The almighty Voodoosi. Okay, let's just clear these guys and utilize Azura's shield because in Reborn the shield doesn't decay, so you can have permanent shield up as long as you manage your micro. Well, we're obviously not doing that because we're just letting her tank, but that's because I want to separate the Tin Beer Gunman a little bit. And now that the shield is gone, we're gonna let them go. Okay, Infernal Mage might not be a bad idea, just for a little bit more consistent damage. Because the thing about the Infernal Mage in Reborn is that his damage is very inconsistent, but once you get him up to tier 4, it's slightly better. So we want to get a tier 4 at some point. Also, I wasn't looking at Azura, she nearly died, because these guys do pretty heavy damage. Ignore that this is their melee attack. It doesn't show their range, so their range attack is a little bit stronger. Okay, let's take care of this guy real quick. And he's got poison, and we're gone. Just bob and weave. Okay, now we're getting the Cyclopters, so we're gonna need one Infernal Mage. I want to put it here, to be honest, but at the same time, one at the back will not be that terrible, I think. But for now, let's just put it here. I know, a bit of an odd spot. It probably would have been better to put it here just so it can catch this path as well. So that way, if we leak one enemy, we can just use the Infernal Mage to hopefully finish it off. Okay, let's see, what do we have here? Nope. We're gonna move out of here. And now we're gonna do this. Come on. Come on, Azura. A bit of an inefficient usage of the ability. She could have probably retargeted the Trombot, but she decided against it because of Steam moments. Plus, the retargeting is a bit odd on Azura because in the code, it's supposed to say that she's supposed to retarget after killing the initial target, but sometimes she does it, sometimes she doesn't. I think it's RNG based, but the code doesn't say that, so I can't confirm nor deny it. I'll leave it to your own interpretations. Oh, no, Azura. I look away for a second and you're already in melee. You're not supposed to be in melee. Only when you're about to insta-kill somebody, which is not now. Okay, you two need to be separated a little bit. So just like that. Okay, the Trombots should die in time. Keyword should. Will they? We don't know. Okay, wait for the choke point to pile up a little bit. Now we do the poison. And here we go with the Geomancer. Thankfully, we have the insta-kill. So he's a goner. He's slowly gonna die over time. Well, I guess not slowly, but you know, he's dying at an average rate, if you can even. Okay, now wave 6 shouldn't be too bad, but you know, this path comes up, so we gotta worry about that. Also, oh, forgot, Chomper Wumpers. We gotta deal with the Chomper Wumper. So let's keep them in the Rotten Forest. I forgot. For some reason, this thing right here, the machine that produces them, the safe nodes go all the way up to here. I don't know why, but they do. So you can't really stall, as you can see. I mean, sure, the reinforcements manage to catch him, but you know, if I put them a little bit lower, they won't be able to interact, which is kind of stupid, but that's just how it works. It is what it is. Also, I should probably take a look at the chat, so let me pause for a sec. Let me see what's going on. Rexy, please answer. Are you going to make a video explaining how games? Probably not, because I'm not that experienced with modding the first 3 Kingdom Hearts games. I mostly modded Vengeance. But I do know the basic stuff, but if you want something more advanced, like how to add a custom level or a texture, you probably will be better off asking someone more experienced like KM5. At least I think so. He is pretty good. Hey, Rexy, I recently discovered your mod for Kingdom Hearts Origins, and I'm loving it. And was it a mistake to start on impossible difficulty? Well, it's not recommended to start on impossible difficulty. You can, but it's gonna be a lot harder in the early to mid game. So it's up to you. But yeah, you can play on impossible mode if you want. Which, speaking of which, I kind of forgot that I had an order, to be honest, because it's been quite a while since I've last checked on it. So it probably needs some balance changes here and there. But then again, I've been working on Reborn a lot recently, plus another mod, which I'm not going to specify the name of. It's going to be coming out probably in a couple of weeks, because it still needs some beta testing. Well, Logic 3 chat, it's literally Buduk 2.0. Well, that's what I usually do anyway. Streaming, even though I haven't streamed in a while, that's usually how I proceed. I just pause the game and take a look at the chat and interact, you know, average Vengeance. So I feel the game is really reuse of the balanced Ironhide is willing to do. The impossible mode being similar to Origins one. Well, I hope that's the case, because Vengeance be by like what, 15%? Because on Veteran it's plus 20%, on Impossible it's only 35%, which is terrible. You know how how to mod Kingdom Hearts Vengeance 101 really helped me. Well, that's good to hear. Kingdom Hearts Vengeance Brutality. Well, it's similar. The name is similar. We haven't decided fully on it, but we might call it Brutality mode, just because of how much the enemy's HP is going to be scaling. I saw on the Duke server. Oh yeah. I was like, that's like literally one of the names we stumbled on. So I'm surprised that multiple people managed to get it correctly. So yeah, I kind of forgot that we put it up there. But then again, the mod might not be called Brutality mode at the end. It's still gonna take a bit, because you know, we might end up changing the name. We'll see how it goes. Okay, Azra, do you have your insta-kill? Very important question. Yes, you do. Now we have to take care of these guys. Oh, no, Azra. Target. Okay. She's targeting him sometimes, but others she decides to do this. I mean, it's good because we bursted down the Chomper Wumper, but you know, I think we could have utilized our attack range a little bit better, which is kind of an L on Reborn. A lot of the ranged heroes have increased range, so it's kind of difficult to get used to it. So if you want to target a specific enemy, you have to put them way further back than you used to. Because one thing I noticed with Vanilla Vengeance is a lot of the heroes have very short, which is kind of a Vengeance cell. Outside of Hisfet has a very solid, but he's very, very buggy. And I don't know why I didn't fix him on the spot, because he's literally unplayable. Well, not quite literally unplayable, but you're telling me that you can waste your on you know the Rain of Fire ability that has like 50 seconds cooldown? Yeah, he can use it while moving, which is like, why? Why would you even implement this feature? It's so retarded. I mean, granted, in Reborn that doesn't happen. You know, I rebalanced it and reworked it a little bit, but still. Okay, now we poison this guy, and I guess we should just let him walk. So, sir, just like that. Come on, are you dead? Yes, you did. Uh-oh, no. We have battle mechas or mecha dwarfs. Okay, what we gotta do is pull up to this guy, say, hey, how's it going? And start slowly chopping through his armor because he has 96% armor. Or in other words, he has great armor, so he's not gonna be taking a lot of damage. And I know we have Inferno Mages and all, but I just want to make sure that Azure, you know, able to do damage to him as well. I mean, look at that. He already lost all of his armor because Onyx Arrows go burr. Okay, let me see. Let me check the chat again. Okay, I'm built different. Why is the screen zoomed out? I don't know. That's just how Vuduk put it up, so I'm not in control of how the screen is looking, so... Yeah. Okay. Because Vuduk is watching Rexy stream. Yeah. Because Vuduk had a technology moment. Yeah, he does have some technology moments every once in a while. Who's gonna say stream moment 3,698 times now? Well, I don't know. It's not gonna be me because I'm not gonna have the breath in me to say it that many times. Okay, we have some new people. Nice. Hi to y'all. How's it going? Can we conveniently say Vuduk don't even know the button exits? I'm pretty sure he knows them. He just refuses to use them for some reason. Again, I'm not sure what his beef with technology is or how it started, but he just has it for some reason. So kind of a nail on him because, I mean, come on. Imagine not being able to utilize technology these days. How are you even alive? Okay, there should be another Mecha Dwarf. Where is it? I remember there's another Mecha Dwarf. Oh, I heard the engineer. That was not odd, because he's blocked. How was he able to repair? I don't know. I guess the reinforcement didn't... Okay, you didn't need to Oh, wait. Wait. I was about to say, if he uses his AoE attack, Azura is dead. It's the insta-kill because her animation is slower. So thankfully, she had it up. So yay. Okay. He's dead. Now we just have to worry about the Cyclops. Well, we kinda have to not let them through because we don't have the OP Tesla. Which, even though in the vanilla version are garbage, here they're a lifesaver. Because each one of them deals 150 true damage. So, for example, this guy has 315 HP, so as long as you damage him just a tiny bit, you can essentially one-shot a low tier enemy. Sir, where are you going? You're getting awfully close to my exit and I don't like it. My exit is unavailable. Get out of here. Okay, we're noticing that we're lacking a little bit of aero defense. It's not lacking to the point where we're leaking, which is good, because I don't want to restart. So, we might have to add an additional tower. I want to go for a Shadow Archer, but the problem is these guys have... So, physical damage is, well, not as efficient. As you can tell. Vuduk is the type of guy... Oh, wait, let me check. Vuduk is the type of guy to click on his spell manual and drag them across the screen. Oh. Vuduk possessing King Sexy's body for a stream and it's an odd creative choice. Well, yeah, you can say I've been forced into this. I mean, again, what I thought Vuduk was gonna do is just gonna stop the stream and continue it later, but I suppose that works. You can just let me do it, but the problem is he hasn't beaten the level yet, so I don't know. Like, what if I finish it before he... I mean, we can try it, but I have to speedrun, and rushing in Reborn is not a good idea. If you rush, you're probably gonna die, especially in the early. And the early game, I mean early levels, not early game, my bad. Okay, so let's see. Move it up a little bit. Keep on moving. Let's just kill these guys. They have way too much HP. Also, that was a pro moment. Just as the poison hit them, they healed themselves. So now it's gonna take a little bit longer to kill them, which obviously sucks. I wasn't looking. Azura used her insta-kill. A bit of a nail. A bit of a nail on Azura, but it's fine. We can work over it. Okay, now we're gonna need tier 4 Rotten Forest, because it has very big slow. And let's just assist this side of the map. And we're gonna put the reinforcements here. We don't really need to upgrade the orcs since they don't get that much armor value. The extra HP is okay, but at this point I might as well just get a low-level orc. It's gonna be way more efficient. You know, cost efficiency in that. If there's something I learned from KM5 is that low-level towers actually have a lot of value and you shouldn't underestimate. So big shout out to KM5 for being a good teacher. Okay, make sure this guy's isolated. Let's take care of one of the Geomancers. Or not, because we don't have the insta-kill since I wasted it earlier. Duke. Wait, does King Rexy knows that Duke means when he says he'll be back soon? Well, I don't know. I'm not sure how much time he's gonna spend eating. Hopefully it's not gonna be like 2 hours or something crazy like that. Juicy moment. Duke, you're being sussy again. Did I say that? Damn, I'm smart. Yeah, I remember you saying it on a live stream before. Or was it in a Discord call? I don't remember, but it was one of the two. It was a while ago, though. Okay, we should have the insta-kill by now. It is a long cooldown, whooping 60 seconds. Azura, don't have steam moments. Stop using your thing and go into melee combat and apply the poison. There you go. Let's try to keep them at the edge. We're not gonna go for abilities yet, because it's a bad idea. It's a very, very bad idea. You don't want to go for abilities early game. Oh, I keep saying early game. Early levels. In the early levels, abilities are not that important. The majority of your damage comes from the towers, not the abilities. Later on, though, this might change, because, you know, enemies scale quite heavily. The King Rexy Revolution. Yeah. Okay, speaking of me, I should probably be streaming. I might be streaming next week, but I'm not sure around which time. I'm still to decide. Also, Azra, what happened to your health? Why do you have like no HP whatsoever? Was she getting hit by a Sulfur Alchemist this whole time? My attention span is horrible. I feel like a goldfish right now, which is actually not true because turns out goldfishes have pretty decent memory. Because I believe there was an experiment where they were shown the faces of 30 people, and after, I believe, a couple hours, they managed to remember the correct face. Something like that. It was an experiment that I read about a long time ago, so I'm probably not describing it the way it actually happened, but it's something along those lines. In other words, don't underestimate goldfishes. They're not as dumb as you think. Okay, now we have to go unga boonga on one of these because we have to shred through their armor. Onyx arrows go burr. Indeed it does. Already down to low armor, so he has at the most he has 34% armor, which is probably not the case. He probably has way lower than that. Now we do have to start preparing for an upcoming event on wave 15, so we gotta be very, very careful. Also, wave 13 used to be a lot harder in previous versions of Reborn, but I ended up nerfing it a little. For the simple reason that people were complaining all the time that Wave 13 always killed them and that you didn't know what to do. And the simple answer to that is just get good. The more complex answer is, well, it's a little bit too hard, but not really. It's just a matter of how well you can manage your spells in micro. Okay, here comes the difficult part. We need to focus this guy. Okay, we hit the correct target. Perfect. Now we go for crap. Okay, conductor, we have a bit of a problem. We lost 2 lives, which is bad. But at the same time, I think this is survivable. Nah, it ain't survivable at all. Oh my god, I messed up. I messed up big time. Crap. Okay, well we're obviously not salvaging this, so let's just rage quit out. Or you know what? Nah, let's just reset. I think I'm still gonna utilize Azura. I think she's still more beneficial than Varuk. Varuk has his uses, but he doesn't do well versus Geomancers and morphs. So we gotta do something about those. Which is the hardest Kingdom Rush game in your opinion? That's a good question. The hardest one, probably Frontiers or the original Kingdom Rush. I would say original Kingdom Rush just because of the leveling hero. Since in Frontiers, the moment you level up a hero to level 10, they're already done and they're their fullest potential. So that's kind of OP. While in the original Kingdom Rush, you always start from level 1. So levels like Pandemonium and Blackburn's Castle are always difficult regardless of a hero choice. You always have to pull off some really high micro. That was the greatest Tunga Bunga I've ever heard. Time and tears. Well, if I made you laugh, Cozy, then my day has made. So nice. Salute. Nice. I've enjoyed Blood and Thunder a lot. Blood and Thunder. Blood and Thunder. I've heard this before, but I'm not sure what it was. Feet. I like how someone in the chat just said feet. Lol. Origins, and I don't know. Origins, I think it's overrated. I also used to be one of those people who thought Origins was like the best game ever. But the more I played it, the more I realized that true damage is kind of busted in this game, and it's way too common. Like there should be a lot less true damage in this game, which unfortunately there isn't. Okay, I think my problem is I need to focus more on higher tier Rotten Forest. Because I have a feeling that Rotten Forest is going to be the savior. Like, it's going to salvage everything if we use it correctly. And what we've noticed is we kind of lack stalling power, even though we had orcs. But the problem is, well, they're not very tanky. So how do you deal with that? You just spam more of them. I think I'm going to utilize this spot. Here we can try an Inferno Mage or the Inferno Mage here worked out relatively well, so we're going to keep using that. Now we're gonna mostly fortify this path in the early game, and then we're gonna move on to working here. I think that's gonna be the strategy for now. Okay, moving on a little bit. Where's the Duke? Well, he is busy eating, so he's gonna be out for a little bit. He said he'll be back soon, so hopefully he stays true to his statement, and we don't have to sit here for like 2 hours, because that'll be kind of awkward. But he's probably gonna DM me if something goes wrong. So, yeah. Okay, we need to be looking at the path. This is not a vanilla vengeance. We cannot afford to just take a sleep pill and just goes away midway if we have to pay attention. Okay. Rotten Forest? Rotten Forest. Let's move out here. Do we have the Onyx arrows already? I would appreciate a little bit of burstiness up in here. There you go, there's the burstiness I'm looking for. Okay, he should die to the reinforcements, so we're Gucci on that. Just make sure to finish these guys, move here. And yeah, I know I'm stalling them outside of the range of the... so don't ask why. Do not question my stupidity and how far it can go. Okay, not bad. Jumper Wumpers should be down. Now we poison this guy. He's a goner. And we're chilling again. Rally up, feed bros. Bruh, feed bros. You own this. Yeah, hot take. Origins is worse than Vengeance? Depends on how you look at it. Vengeance has a lot of L's, but one thing I'll give Vengeance is there isn't as much true damage in this game. At least at your disposal. Like, sure, you still have stuff like Ice Cold. He's literal embodiment of a hero that should have never came into existence, but, you know, he's an exception. And I don't know, I just feel like Origins has a lot more true damage, but when it comes down to everything else, like wave composition and pacing, Origins is a lot better, because Vanilla Vengeance is super duper slow. And I was reminded by it when I worked on the secondary mod, because the wave compositions is so bad. Like, you have enemies that have like 10 seconds spacing in between. Like, what? How are you supposed to not kill an enemy in 10 seconds unless you literally are doing like level tower strategies? Like, bruh, That's some really bad wave design there. Thankfully, Vengeance did get better with time. Like Primal Ravage and the Hammerhold mini campaign have beautiful wave compositions. They're not quite perfect. There are definitely some flaws, but for the most part, it's a major improvement. So that's nice. And if Fahrenheit ever decides to make yet another Vengeance update, hopefully it's gonna follow a similar path to Hammerhold. Otherwise, the game is not gonna be very well received. Unless we're talking about mods, because mods are really good for Vengeance. Because I believe right now there are currently 3 mods for Vengeance. But before I talk about them a little bit more, let me see what's going on. Origins was kind of childish. With fairies and elves, Kingdom Hearts Frontiers was hardcore. Yep, I would agree on that. Definitely a true statement there. Way too much high fantasy. Yep. Vengeance has way more elite levels than Vengeance W. Yeah, you can say that. Vengeance has, I believe, more. I believe it has more levels now than the original, which is pretty big. Oh, these takes are kind of canny. Maybe. Again, it's all opinion based. Hello, Smengi. Hello there. How's it going? That's Smengi. Vengeance is the ice cold to mod. Yeah, right. Frontiers has the best campaign. Yep, I would agree. Frontiers definitely has the best main campaign out of them all. The first Kingdom Rush is just too easy. In Origins, the difficulty kind of de-escalates. And Vengeance is, well, Vengeance, so it doesn't even need to be commented. Vengeance post-game is better than Origins post-game. Yeah, well, a lot of people are hating on Origins post-game, and for a good reason. It was rushed. Way too rushed. Molten gold bars? Molten gold bars. How is that a hot take? Vengeance is the best game out of the 4. I mean, it depends. Again, it's all everyone can have their own opinion. To me personally, the first Kingdom Rush is the best one in terms of overall balance and waves composition. But if we're talking like from a personal experience, I would say Origins. So again, my opinion is very flexible when it comes down to which one is my favorite Kingdom Rush game. It kind of depends on specific things. Like it's never gonna be the same answer. Okay, where was I before that? Oh yeah, the 3 Vengeance, soon to be 4. The first one is obviously Kingdom Rush Revengeance. To be honest, I'm not sure how the mod is doing. I think I played it like last year before. So I'm not sure if the mod is still getting updated. I'm sure it is because the creators are very talented and dedicated. But if it isn't getting updated, then there's also Zeta mod, which is the Chinese mod, as I like to call it, which is phenomenal. It's very crazy. It has a lot of custom levels, and I believe they also managed to put up an endless mode somehow, which is not technically endless. It does have a limited waves, but it has like over 200 waves, so it's sort of close to endless in a way. And then there's also Reborn, obviously, the one we're currently playing. Speaking of playing, there's going to be Cyclopter pulling up soon, so we better get some Infernal Mages up and going, because otherwise we're going to be screwed. And Rotten Forest is slowly but surely working its magic. As you can see, these guys are dying. Not super fast, but they're dying. Plus, enemies are slowed by quite a bit, so that's always nice. Now, do I want to go for a Shadow Archer instead? A Shadow Archer won't be terrible, not gonna lie. We'll see. See about that. Okay, Azra, please target the Timber Comet that's literally shooting. There you go. Okay, she finally figured out that she can shoot in the opposite direction. Okay, Orcs, you're holding these? You can hold it, right? Yes, you can. Okay, here we don't really need any support. I think we're fine for the most part. And now we just work on Inferno Mages. Okay, we do not have insta-kill yet, so we're chilling. First bargain sucks a fat one. First bargain? Wait, what are we talking about? Let me see. I kinda lost track of the chat. With a question mark. Where's Duke? What's he been eating? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what he's eating, but he must be having a feast out there. when's Kingdom Crush for Frontiers coming out? I don't know. I don't know when. Is this a King Rexy stream? Well, it turned out into my stream, but it's temporary. Well, when Voodoo comes up, he is taking the lead, so you get your Voodoosi back. But for now, he is well, not available. Curse Bargain is it has some creative stuff in it. Okay, Curse Bargain. Is that one of the mini campaigns? It sounds very familiar. The copy paste Twilight Alpha campaign blows it away. Hot take. Curse Bargain enemy design is fun. Only the wave design wasted. Wait a minute. Are we talking about the levels with good diet? No, that's Forgotten Treasures. It can't be that. Like, the name is so familiar, but I can't remember where it is. Excuse me. Having a bit of a coughing fit. Have you played Kingdom Hearts Vengeance Zeta mod? Yeah, I've tried it, and it's a lot of fun. But I would say it's way too difficult. Like, these guys need to turn down the difficulty a little bit, especially on the custom levels. Do drinking milk is the Twin Ghost one. Oh, that's the one. Oh yeah, that's a very, very bad campaign. Bad L on it. Bad L on the Ancient Ghost, especially because they are complete another RNG. Since the way the boss fight works is, occasionally on a timer, the ghosts start to rotate randomly, and depending on when you kill the last enemy, they can spawn in different paths, so it's never consistent. So let's say you spawn, like the physical immune ghost spawns on the path where you have mostly physical damage, you're kind of screwed. And same thing if the opposite happens. If the magical immune ghost spawns on the path where you build mostly magic, you're kind of screwed. So yeah, it's a very bad design. I'm not sure if it's like the worst in Vengeance. I think that the title to this has to go probably to the Winter Queen levels. I don't remember how the mini campaign thingy was called. So yeah, that's kind of how it is. Okay, let me check. Do we have anything else here? Was this really? You didn't know about? I don't know. They made that list for Kingdom Hearts Vengeance. Yeah, they managed to do it. Like how TF. The most low effort is Sarogas. Depends. She is pretty easy for a boss fight. She's just a big health bar. All you need to do is just spam low level barracks, and she's literally useless. She can't do crap. The only problem is the Sons of Sarogas that come with her. They are quite troubling. Like the boss itself is terrible, but the wave composition that comes with it is pretty good. At least that's my opinion. But then again, I haven't played Kingdom Rush 1 in forever. I've been mostly addicted to Vengeance since I've been modding a lot of the time. So that's kind of how it's been going. The Duke is back.
Yes, I'm back.
Oh, okay.
Jump scare.
Oh, okay. Yeah, for how long have you been there?
Like a minute and a half, maybe. Also,
all right.
how do I like increase the screen? Because some people were saying that like I can make the screen even bigger than what it currently is.
I'm not so sure how that one worked.
I just want to know for science reasons before I return. But I also will kick you out if you want to finish this level now. Oh, huh. Looks like the flying enemies are a bit more of a problem. Goes for the high tier tower strat.
Because I'm doing a pretty weird strategy, so
I agree.
Yeah, I took a bit of a nail on that. So yeah, well since Viduk is back, I guess I should return the stream now. So okay, guys, you get your Vidusi back. Unfortunately, we didn't beat the level because we ended up messing up quite severely on wave 13.
No, I didn't know you were accident.
Wait, hold on. Sorry, Googie's talking to me.
Yeah, I heard someone in the background.
She's talking about how she was a mistake.
Bro. Okay.
Anyways, are you trying to join in on this?
Oh, you want
or I don't care either way. I mean, it probably would be better if you
kill you.
But okay. Fine.
Okay. Also, guys, ignore this thingy right here. it's gonna be available later.
Oh,
I
why is my
promise.
mouse?
It just
My
didn't.
mouse disappeared too.
We're still gonna test it in a bit.
I don't need to join. It's fine.
Okay.
Okay. Well, that's gonna be it from me. So I guess you're gonna take the lead from now.
Okay. This is the most scuffed stream of all time. I've reached a new low.
Well, it's fine. We had some fun with the chat, so it's all good. I think I managed to
Coziness.
keep them entertained.
What the F, man?
Googie just read Coziness's message.
Well, which
alright.
one?
He said, "Let her join if she is still single."
Bruh.
Ew.
Ozzy, come on, why are you going for the low hang? Why are you doing that?
All right. How do you
Better
click
than
Kingdom
this.
Rush? Oh, okay. Here we go. I need to turn my volume down. Bye, Googie. All right. Googie has departed. Googie has left the building. Yeah, it would be too
Fortunate.
complicated, I think, to try to get everybody involved.
Hmm.
I was gonna try to make some sort of group chat, but I think that would be way too cursed.
Yeah, it's probably not a good idea.
Anyways, I still have a lot of cash, so I'll just max all of these out,
Hmm.
and then focus on the stalling
Yeah.
power.
Yeah, just one thing, be careful around wave 14. There's a lot of geomancers and alchemists, so you gotta be able to deal with them somehow.
All right, let's get her out of here. Okay, good to know. Then I can look into getting some upgrades that will stall them even further.
Why is Rexy's voice such low quality? Well, I don't know. Maybe it's the headphones, but I charged them up before I streamed. Well, that was before I streamed for a moment, before we started the stream. So I don't know if it's from the headphones.
Wow.
Because normally they work fine. Because if I turn on my recording microphone, it's even worse for some reason, even though it costs like $300 to $400, which is kind of funny.
I can't believe I just threw the game that hard. I lost the insta-kill, and I lost Azra.
Yeah, that can happen in Reborn. Everyone, she's about to get the insta-kill, but because of her cast animation, usually the enemy is able to hit her before she hits her insta-kill.
Yeah. Let's move everyone back. No, stop blocking the Geomancer.
Here.
Oh wow, what is her AI doing? Did you see that behavior? What just happened? She couldn't she was like ready to go into melee combat after like a second of standing there doing nothing, but then got like a steam moment of her basic attack, which is very bizarre to me. I don't understand what just happened there.
Yeah, I guess it's just I don't know if we can call it a steam moment or an AI moment. It's kind of hard to decide.
Let's see if we can kill this guy. Oh, still no poison. Dang. Yeah, well, I think unfortunately the game is lost now because of all that. But okay, that's fine. We can go level her up.
Yeah, and you can. And you
I
can
had a
check
feeling
the
something like that was going to
abilities.
happen. My momentum is gone.
Well, since you're not playing the level, can you also stream on Discord?
Oh
Just
yeah,
so I
sure.
can be more intact with the gameplay.
Come on, come on, come on, load. There you go. Ooh, the frame rate is super crusty.
Well, if it's causing issues to the live stream, then you close it. It's fine.
It's fine. The live stream itself is not bad. It was just a Discord that looked like it was being really laggy. Would you scam this bag?
Wait,
Dad?
how did Luke scam you guys? He stayed true to his word. He said he'll be back, and now he's back. So what are you yapping about?
Yeah, it took a little bit longer than expected because my mom told us to come eat. Like, she said to come down to eat, like a little bit before I read that message out loud. When it came down, so that was already several minutes later, the food was still not ready. Mom moment. So
I see.
I think that was probably Yeah, that probably could have been a lot faster of a trip there and back. But yeah, let's let's not learn from my mistakes and do something similar. Hmm. Oh well, hold on. I don't want to get these just yet, but I do want to have these towers at the very least. Do that.
Mhm.
Maybe use this for some extra stall or just the two bear. I feel like the orc warriors den is just gonna die immediately, so they're not gonna stall as well as a rock forest does.
Yeah, the Rotten Forest is a little bit more consistent versus alchemists and mecha dwarfs.
Yeah, okay, so I'll probably double up. I'll either get it here or maybe even here because the range almost reaches, so it's probably better total coverage. Oh, they're
Group ran
saying that
away with his donation money. We got scammed.
yeah, that's what the scam was.
Yeah.
That makes more sense, I suppose.
Hmm.
I'm not even denying the allegations either. Wait, why did I make the same mistake as before? I forgot that nothing spawns over there.
Hmm.
Boogie has returned.
Hmm. Okay.
Why?
Hello Trials are pretty decent here, but I was thinking maybe you can try to utilize Demon Guards. Because they do have medium armor, so they can tank a little bit longer.
Yeah, having the extra blocking power would be quite nice because I'm not really struggling against the flying enemies. I was kind of struggling against the Stonebeard Geomancers, which were already going to be a problem. They were already being a problem with the Tridents, so if they end up getting blocked by the Demon Guards for longer, it would just make things worse, right? Like, that's my understanding of it.
I mean, you can deal with them by either A, trying to burst them with Infernal Mages, or you can try to stall them for as long as possible with Rotten Forest or Infernal Portal even. But I don't think you can afford it in time, because this level is it doesn't offer you a lot of gold, which is what makes it very difficult. Because you have limited resources to work with.
Oh, look at that! She was able to attack immediately there. I don't get it, Azra. What is your malfunction? But yeah, you might be right. The problem is that if I decide that you're right, I have to go and restart the level like sooner than later because otherwise the level is going to take a super duper long amount of time. There's no such thing as save states in Kingdom Rush. What do you think? Do you think that levels should be long and epic or short and sweet?
Well, it depends on what the level has to offer. Like, if it's a boss fight, I think it should be a little bit longer, but if it's just a regular level, probably better off if it's faster paced.
Oh, really? I think the campaign stages have an excuse to be longer. The boss fights, though, the longer they are, the longer the stages, the less leeway you have to make a hard boss fight. Because then it's annoying for people to have to restart the whole boss fight. You know?
Yes.
Okay, nice. I think I maximized the area of that. But yeah, that's just my thinking. Let's do this for a little bit of utility, and I think the Shadow Archers instead of the Mage might be a better choice here. Yeah.
Could be.
Oh, nice achievement. I've spawned 1,500 reinforcements so far. Does anyone else get bricked up to this stage's layout for concepts? Oh dear. He likes those curves. So did I miss anything interesting during the stream?
Not really. I mean, I got kind of close to beating the level, dying on wave 14. I just got overwhelmed by the Geomancers.
Oh, I see. Okay, well, it looks like I have my work cut out for me then. Oh, there's the Geomancer. Alright, let's try and insta-kill you. Or, not insta-kill, but guarantee your death. That's another one of those formalities that people get semantic about. It'll take the point of a boss fight is to be hard. Yeah, the point is to be hard, so if you if you make it really, really annoying to restart every single time, then that in itself is kind of an L in my opinion. Like you would rather have that level be a little bit shorter so that we can focus more on the execution of the boss. Because I feel like heavy micro can get a bit exhausting. I know a lot of people said that about chaos mode. I shouldn't say a lot of people. Like some people, when they were having trouble with chaos mode, they found that constantly having to do micro for like most parts throughout the stage was exhausting. You got the time to spare. I think it's fine, but like in general, like you do want to try to appeal to more audience members. So like the actual design that Ironhide should go for should probably be a little bit different. Because I feel like most of the boss fights in all of the series are just kind of underwhelming.
Yeah,
Like
for the
the
most
best
part,
boss
there
fight.
are a few.
What would you say is the best boss fight?
Well, that's a hard question to answer, but it's probably We're talking like over like are we considering just the boss itself or the wave that comes with him? Like, do we
Yeah,
take
let's
that
include the
into
wave as well.
consideration?
I think the wave is part of the boss because some bosses are spawners, so that counts for something.
I see. Okay, in this case, it's probably either Lord Blackburn or Badge Nimmin. It has to be one of the two.
Interesting. And what makes you say that?
Well, the bosses are pretty unique. They're difficult to stall, and their abilities are quite nice. Like Blackburn can just disable towers, can resurrect fallen allies as skeletons. He's kind of difficult to stall unless you're using a good hero. And for Badge Nimmin, well, even though you can cheese him if you know how to do it, if you just let him walk by, the more enemies are gonna start spawning, making the level progressively harder. So it's a very good design because it punishes you for letting the boss get too close. Because the closer he gets, the more enemies start coming out, and you eventually get overwhelmed.
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe
Yeah.
Umbra. Umbra is also pretty hard, but he doesn't really have a boss wave, so that's a bit of an L.
I would say that he's my favorite boss fight out of all of them. I think if I was to do a boss tier list, he would be at the top. Probably at the bottom, because I feel like when you do a tier list, it's easy to figure out what your bottom and top tiers are. Like the worst ones would probably be like Leviathan, Ancient Ghosts, Kingpin. Like basically everyone that's just a walking damage sponge that you can't interact with, who is a terrible damage sponge. Like Serogaz at least is tanky enough that like it's kind of cool that she has the highest HP in the game or in the series. Like it gives me neuron activation knowing that like she's this big tanky, thick spider. And don't take that out of context. Yeah, her thorax. Her thoracy.
That's what we're all about, thick thoraxes.
Yeah, whatever's going on in the front, I don't care. I just want I just want the back.
Oh, going for a tier 4 Rotten Forest at the top. Interesting.
Yeah. Oh, it looks like I have to come down here. Okay, it kind of looks like the frame rate's getting a bit glitchy, but maybe I'm seeing things here. Alright, reinforcements over here, and then we should be good. Nice. Oh, that Azure range. Let's go. Yeah, this is the point where we want to make this a little bit higher tier.
Okay.
Good abilities clutching. And then let's just do this to catch up with everything that's going on over there.
Yeah.
And yeah, I can probably just call it wave early.
Well, one thing I would say about the Ancient Ghosts is at least the difficulty varies with them because of the way they work since they rotate, and depending on when you kill the last enemy, you never know if they're gonna spawn on the right or the left side. Because if let's say the physical immune spawns on the side where you have mostly physical damage, you're gonna be kind of screwed, and you have to 7 rebuy a lot of powers, and you go that way. So
yeah, like you want to do something
varies.
about it, which is nice. I like that that like it affects your strategy as a whole, which is why like Umbra and Spider Goddess too. You have to specifically have an efficient defense because you don't want to run out of gold.
Yeah, true that.
So for the ancient ghosts, I would say they're probably they're okay because of the RNG. Like they actually make the RNG matter because the rest of the stage is so easy. So in that sense, I guess by my like to keep my metrics consistent, I should rate them a little bit above yeah, Kingpin and Leviathan. But at the same time, because they're RNG, I kind of hate them. So I also want to rate them lower. So a bit of a dilemma there.
Like, yeah, especially if you're doing a specific challenge, if they do the wrong rotation on you, they can screw you over very hard.
Okay, Azra just did not listen to my inputs there. That's a bit annoying.
Hmm.
But yeah, if the stage was more difficult, I wonder if it would change my opinion for the better or for the worse. Oh, look at that! She teleported as soon as she respawned, so that's proof that like the command was there, but she was having a big Stevie moment.
Yeah.
Yeah, same thing there. Okay, I guess Steam moments are real in Vengeance.
Yeah, the delay.
Yeah.
Delay is hitting hard.
All right, let's bring her back and then see if we can do something about this.
Yeah, maybe that tier 4 water force setup wasn't a good idea. You kind of have to invest most of your money on the left and right side choke points.
Yeah. Okay, please kill these guys quickly so we can go back to focusing on him. Okay, nice. We clutched up. I'm honestly astonished at that. I would not have expected it.
Oh, it's about... Well, you got past the I would say, medium difficulty part.
Yeah, now it's about to get a lot worse, so I need to be careful about what I want to spend my gold on.
Yeah, like the thing is, you have to mostly prioritize side, but at the same time, after wave 14, you have to prioritize most of your resources on the other side. So it's kind of like going back and forth.
Yeah, I'm gonna see if I can get the teleport. I guess, like, see if the money's there for that.
Yeah. It could be useful.
I'm guessing that's not what you did then. Oh no, Azra! Dang it! I didn't realize she was that close to beginning to melee combat. Dang it. This is some interesting targeting from that Shadow Archer, by the way. But I'm thankful for it. Alright, yeah, let's just stall the wave as long as possible so we can get the insta-kill back as soon as possible as well. Let's see. What are people talking about? Does Azra count as a goth mommy? Oh, that kind of stuff.
Azra's been a fraud lately. I think the final boss in Vengeance was cool. And I suppose the Paragon is kind of unique, but the level itself is pretty bad. It takes like over 30 minutes to finish.
Huh.
Okay, surviving so far.
Now I can almost get the portal, but I need to make sure that this stuff... Okay, here's what I'm going to do then. We're going to stall these guys, and then we're going to use this to get the gold, and then I can get Inferno Portal. Come on. Die already. Dang it. Oh. Wow, okay, that... The inputs aren't working because Vengeance is Vengeance. Yeah, reinforcements are not blocking stuff in melee combat like they should. I can't be bothered to micro Azra because after I do one input, there's like a 1 second cooldown before she listens to another input. Aw, that is so annoying. Okay, change of plans. That is definitely doable. Let's use the Demon Guards like you said. What even are my upgrades? Okay, I have this. Wow, that's actually been proving useful. Yeah, I'm probably not going to get that much bonus gold from this if I try to go for that strategy.
Yeah, and then we're trying to stall for time.
Yeah, I'll go for Varric as well because I want to stall for time.
Yeah, I suppose Varric can work. Rush is also kind of decent.
The left side needs one more Ryan Forest. I was kind of getting that vibe too, but like, what should I do? Just use tier 1s instead?
I don't know, but I think one of the major flaws with the tier 4 rotten forest on the top side, it wasn't necessary. A tier 1 would have been enough if you want to stall more time.
Yeah, you're right, because like I was stalling for time to then buy an upgrade that I couldn't afford because I spent so many towers to stall for time.
Hmm.
Selena is this week. I have no idea what that means.
Yeah, I don't know either.
Oh,
That would
okay,
be
I get it.
horrible.
Selena is, comma, this week.
Um,
Hard to understand that. Yeah, okay. I guess I'll stick with that still. So tier 1 should be enough. Maybe another one? I don't know where though, to be honest. Like that's not gonna do me any good.
yeah, the stall doesn't stack.
Yeah, it would have to be
Pretty
back
OP
here,
if it
which
is.
is not really a spot that I want to invest gold into.
I guess you can save it for later then.
Yeah, I think I will.
Hmm.
Aim high,
Hmm.
aim true.
Also, I'm
Okay.
pretty sure I was doing fine with these guys. Let me do some quick maths here though. So the 34 to 65 damage is every 2 seconds basically, right? So like 17 to 32.
No, it's not. Like, I- a lot of people get confused with the attack speed rate. That's like the estimated time, like what's the attack speed value in between. So in this case, the Infernal Mage shoots every 1.5 seconds.
Oh, but he has the animation to delay it more. Gotcha.
Well, yeah, you have the action time or cast time. I think it was called action time in the code, which is like 0.4 seconds or something like that.
All right, I'm gonna pin Make 44 for having the best of the jokes. There.
Okay.
Actually, Slopper got a little bit more advanced.
Hmm.
But he flew too close to the sun. He spent so long creating that it didn't work. Oh,
Uh,
okay. So this one is kind of the opposite, right? Where like it's a 0.5 second attack speed, but you again are estimating 0.4 or what?
for the Shadow Archer at level 1, um, I'm pretty sure it was 0.6.
Oh, okay. So this guy should have more DPS.
Yeah, plus a fun feature for the Shadow Archer. From tier 1 to tier 3, every time you upgrade him, so you can actually get a lot of DPS out of them.
He gets faster. Well, now I have hiccups.
Yeah, it's fine. But yeah, the DPS increases quite a bit. They're very good, cost efficient. The only problem is that, well, they deal physical damage, so Mecha Dwarfs could still be problematic. But they should be fine against everything else.
Okay. I was thinking of doing 2 mages over here because I don't really recall having any problems with healers on this side. And Ver can deal with them if I do have them because he'll be a little bit better at dealing with that than Azra.
Yeah, and plus his aim slash is going to be quite helpful because apparently in the code you can give this ability armor penetration, but it was left at 0 for some reason. I don't know why Ironhide decided to do it, but it is what it is. But in the mod, he actually gets some armor penetration, so if the level is upgraded to tier 3, I believe it has 30% armor penetration, so he's going to do slightly more damage to the Mecha Dwarfs.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, I recall that in the code. I remember seeing that as well. And like, how can you not tweak that if you're modding, right? Like, if you see that number there in the code, like you gotta tweak it.
Yeah, same thing goes for some enemy abilities which were left behind. Like apparently the paladins were supposed to have an ability where they cause other nearby enemies to receive less damage for a few seconds, which is just like, why would you leave that out? That would have made the paladin so much more threatening.
I know, right?
But instead, yeah, for some reason they refuse to use it. Like the animation, everything is there, but the ability is listed as a dummy, so it never activates.
Oh, dang. Yeah. Well, good thing we added it now.
Yeah, like there's a lot of abilities. But the only one that I can kind of see why they doubt is for Mirage, because she was supposed to have a shadow jump where she would, if she gets in melee combat, she would dash backwards, which is kind of counterproductive for a boss fight. So I can see why they left this one out.
Oh, really? Oh, no, if you make it like super duper fast, I think it would be cooler. Like it's a blitz, so you gotta make it count every second. Like that's what I was just talking about, having a hard boss fight. I would think that would be a good idea personally. Like if I was making a mod for Vengeance, which I won't, I would probably do something like that.
I mean, I suppose that's right, but at the same time, if you just spam enough barracks, you can potentially always engage in melee combat with her and cause her to dash backwards. So she would rarely ever make progress.
Oh, is it a passive or does it have a cooldown? Because if it has a cooldown, that's a different story.
I believe it was on a cooldown. I think it had 14 seconds, if I remember correctly.
14 seconds.
And,
okay.
Yeah, and afterwards she leaves a shadow clone behind that has, it cannot be killed, and it has a, I believe, 6 or 7 seconds lifetime. Something like that.
Yeah, see, how I would do it is make her super duper fast and have super high damage, so that your primary way of stalling her is making sure that the very second that she's no longer on cooldown for that ability, she's able to be blocked again, so that we can force her to move back.
Yeah, I see. Or we can make it even worse and cause her to dash forward, so that when she dashes over your bear.
Oh, so she's a hyena.
Yeah, or you can say Saurian Darter. They engage in melee.
Yeah, that's true. Come on, die already. I'm gonna have to take drastic measures. Oh well, everybody get him. I also like that you can scale the damage of his twin slashes with his duelist ability. Although I can't think of any enemy that he's actually going to stay in melee combat with long enough to like first build that up to max power, and then actually benefit from that.
Well, in the vanilla version he had difficulties with it, but passive is garbage. In the Reborn he actually has pretty decent regeneration, so if he's against like low to mid tier enemies, he can stack it up pretty easily without losing too much HP. But against like high tier enemies like the Mecha Dwarves, he might not be able to stay in combat for very long.
Yeah, so he would only get to use it against an enemy that like you don't really care about dealing that much damage to anyway, because they're not that tanky to begin with.
Well, he can deal with Geomancers pretty well, but then again, you don't want to stall them, so that's a bit of a problem.
I'll just have these guys deal damage to them because they're going to be stopped moving anyways to fight the goblins.
Yeah, plus the Demon Guards have a little bit better DPS in melee.
Oh yeah. Alright, put these guys down, and I'll probably get this upgraded now. Yeah, now I get to have a much more even distribution of my upgrades.
Yep.
Yeah, in fact, I don't even need to
no blood. There's an unusual no blighter animation as well, where it to shoot a blue magic bolt from its staff. Oh, well, that's interesting. I didn't know it had that.
Yeah,
it was supposed to be. Maybe after he silences all the what were the plants called again?
The magic blossoms.
Some sort of bloom. Yeah, blossom. So maybe after he silences the magic blossom, he harnesses the power and shoots them into a magic bolt that deals all the damage. Maybe that's what it was supposed to be. Since it's a blue orb, so it would make sense if it comes from that.
Let me see if I can. No, oh my god! Because it's in windowed mode, I keep on like dragging the screen slightly instead of actually migrating. Why? Okay, so let's have these guys get damaged by him. Yeah, use your ability. Cool. Now hurry up. Yeah, there we go. And then get out of there. And then I'm pretty sure Varric can actually solo this guy.
If you micro him in and out, yeah, he can solo him. You just gotta be careful with the AoE attack because it deals true damage.
Ah, okay, that explains a lot. Okay, let's not give in to temptation here. We managed to get by just fine before. Like, without that. Okay, hit, and then AoE.
Why is everyone talking about me? I was AFK for the last 15 minutes. Well, I don't know, Selena. I guess people like you. That's why they talk about you.
What is... I don't like Selena. What are you talking about?
Oh.
What?
Oh.
Oh, okay, never mind. I counter my what. I take it back.
Hmm.
I unwhat.
I don't know what.
Alright, come on, come on, come on.
Hmm.
Gotta keep these guys
Damn,
back here.
everyone in question.
Yeah, waste your AoE. Well, it's kind of not really a waste if you have all those units doing damage.
Hmm. Yeah. Hmm.
Yeah, these guys would just stay here in the back for safety reasons.
Hmm.
Come on, believe, believe, believe.
Hmm. Probably should have upgraded to the Shadow Archer or something.
I gotta do that because I need to. If I'm being cost effective, I need to go for the other option, right? Because I need to make sure that I get the teleport in time. And we're good.
Okay.
Nice. We handled the fine enemies.
Alright. Nice one.
And they said he couldn't do it. Nobody said that.
Hmm. This stream making me feel productive. Oh, that's nice to hear.
Oh, he won't waste his AoE unless they all get killed by that. Okay, go ahead. Trigger your respawn time. And that ability comes back so fast. It's always there to interrupt his dual slashes that I'm trying to get him to trigger.
Hmm.
I mean, it's a good thing because the faster you respawn your units, the more uptime they have and stuff like that. You just get closer and closer to the Sand Warriors in terms of utility, which is very, very good.
Yeah, they're kind of similar.
Alright, let's just let's see if we can kill one of these guys. Keep the rest of them blocked. Nice, nice, nice. Normal targeting. And then, yeah, I should be able to afford the teleport in time. Oh, yeah, who needs barracks? Me still. I have them.
Yeah, in this level in particular, barracks aren't as useful as they used to be. But then again, the Orc Warriors went through a lot of changes, so I don't know. I can't really tested them out that much.
Okay,
Yeah,
the comments that I'm
so.
reading here are kind of all over the place. Alright, yeah, sure, we'll do that, and then you can fight these guys. And then while this guy is stalled for longer, we can hopefully deal more damage to him. Come on. Go away, go away. Good, good, good. Oh, huh, they still wouldn't have blocked him. That's fine, though.
Yep. Alright.
Okay, yeah, fine. I'm just gonna have to block him. Up here, I mean. And this guy, yeah, he's got way too much health, so like waiting until I kill him is not a good idea either. That being said, I can do this. Try to slow his roll a bit. Oh, right, I need 69 gold calculated. Oh, okay, so while I have some time to focus on chatting instead of just the stream, because I am like really focusing quite hard on this, and I probably don't need to that hard. How, like, have you given like more thought to your like opinions on Kingdom Rush Alliance after you made that first trailer reaction?
Well, in an official video, it's probably gonna be out next week, maybe.
Oh, you have another video coming out. Okay.
Yeah, it's probably gonna be a little bit more shorter because the last one was like over 20 minutes somehow. I don't know how I managed to yap on for so long.
I mean, we're doing a stream right now. That's even more yapping. We're getting yapperific.
Well, yeah, but still, there's more content here. Wow, there it was just like a minute and a half worth of content that I managed to stretch that long.
Well, I don't want to deal with those enemies, so I'm just gonna get another
Hmm.
archer for efficiency's sake.
The Martial Alliance feels like a dream to hear. Well, yeah, I wasn't expecting it to come out either. It just kind of came out of the blue, and I was like, well, okay, I guess this is happening. Awesome. Alright, is cooking.
Oh yeah, they're cooking big time.
Hmm.
Oh right, affliction doesn't work on the Mega Dwarves. Wait, is that right?
Well, you don't have affliction, so
Or sorry, the teleport.
maybe he was I think it was slightly out of range, maybe.
Yeah, let's see if we can keep this guy in range. Yeah, he's teleporting over there. There's some sort of rule about the targeting, right? Okay, what is the rule about the targeting?
For which ability?
For the teleport, I want to know what is it that causes him to not target the giants that I'm trying to kill.
Well, it's supposed to focus on a pile of enemies where there's at least 3 of them. So if the pile isn't big enough, it's not gonna hit them.
Oh, that's what it was. Dang it. Okay, I remember now that there was an effect. I just didn't remember it was that. Well, what the? Okay, so I played this entire stage for this wave just for the ability to not work out the way I needed to. That requires that's going to require a completely different type of strategy then. Okay, while I'm still here looking at the screen and stuff like that, maybe it will help me think a bit more. So I don't really have anything that is good for burst damage that can get rid of those mages quickly. So they're just going to kind of be stuck there no matter what, as far as I know. Unless I dedicate gold to upgrading the orcs to stall them all the way in the back. Which I guess could work.
Or we can try to invest more into the Rotten Force. Tier 4, if you get the Roots of Evil, that's a lot of extra stalling power.
Yeah, I think I was trying that before, but it wasn't working out either. Yeah, I'll have to do it again next time.
Well, we can always lower the difficulty. It's not necessary to do it on impossible. Because again, the scaling on the enemy's HP is very different from vanilla. Here, enemies have 80% more HP on impossible compared to normal. So
80% more?
that's why. Yeah, it's increased by 80%, 40% better.
Wow, that is a massive difference. Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably why it's not working out as smoothly as it should.
Cheng, I agree with you completely. That's exactly how Galadriel's Wall goes for me too. Completely a snooze fest for the first 14 waves until the very, very end when you need to see if like, oh, does this particular distribution of towers happen to work out or no?
Well, yeah, I guess you can say this level is kind of like a mini version of Adrian as well. It's not that difficult until you get to the last 3 waves, and you just have to hope that your defense can withstand the waves of enemies.
I want to pin every message that I'm seeing here. Dang. What other options have I got? So, yeah, okay, sure. I'll just lower the difficulty. I think it'll probably be more fun to I don't know, come back to it and stuff when I have other options. Because if anything, that gives these replay value. Like, what if they're not meant to be beaten on expert?
Well, you can get away with expert most of the early game, but not for all of it. Like I kind of wanted to let people I want to give more replayability to the game by making impossible difficulty super hard, so that way people can just go on it first try.
I see. Yeah, there's another game that I played too that was like that, where I was supposed to play it from like a low difficulty first, but then forced it to be on the highest difficulty, and I think it actually messed up my learning curve of the game. So I'm a bit wary about doing that now. In general,
Well,
for this game, probably not
mhm,
so much because I'm used to this game, but like
yeah.
that other game, it required like different hotkeys and stuff like that. I'm so not used to using a computer to play games that pressing the keys was so unconventional for me that like I probably needed it to be slower and easier so that way I could get used to doing that rather than jumping straight in where like I have to be optimal. But yeah,
I
let's see how much
see.
easier this gets since we already have a strategy
Well,
that I thought was mostly
40%
working.
HP reduction should make quite a difference.
Okay, so veteran is
If I,
40% more, and then it's 80%
yeah,
more total. Is what you're saying?
uh,
Ah, okay.
yeah, 80% more total on impossible. KM5 is just like you sandworm. I mean, it's there. It's an option if people wanna go for it, but it's very expensive and it's hard to get. So I don't know. It's not as boosted as it used to be in the. Where it
Well,
was able to do like what 300 area damage.
what's more of a
So
sin to switch to veteran or to use a tower for the DLC?
yeah, because again, not everyone has the DOC, so you'll be using a unfair advantage that way. So I guess lowering the difficulty is slightly better.
Oh dear, the map feels so empty.
Oh yeah, it's one of the
Hey,
early levels.
Jalorian,
I don't want to overwhelm it.
you should get an
like
APM
it
counter.
does. Hmm.
What were you gonna say?
Yeah, for the wave compositions, they're supposed to be slower in the early game because people to be forced into microing everywhere. So I made the early levels a little bit easier. Well, maybe except that one, and around I believe level 9, if I remember correctly, that's when you have to start microing a lot more. So around halfway through the game, the difficulty escalates quite a bit.
Oh, that's a good rule
So
of
just
thumb.
leave it for that.
Around halfway through the game, you should be like stable enough that you can handle a hard early
Yeah,
game.
you should have enough soul upgrades, a little bit more wider pool of heroes and towers that you can choose from. Plus now, in the description of each tower and the hero, it specifies for which difficulty they perform the best at. So if you were to play on like impossible mode and you pick something like Varuk, he's not gonna perform very well. But if you pick someone who is meant for that difficulty, like let's say Junpei, or if you really if you wanna just reattempt it later with one of the dragons. But then again, dragons are just left in there as a get out of jail free card for the most part. But
Mhm.
on
The
not on
fun button.
but you can. Hmm. Well, it's a win button on some levels, but not on all of them. On some levels, even on impossible, if you use dragons, you still have to do a lot of micro. I made sure of that.
Ah, the AoE of Soul Tickle. It's so small.
I think it's decent. It's 150. It used to be only 80, I believe, so it's nearly doubled.
Oh. Well, in Vengeance,
Whereas-
I think they use diameter instead of radius. So that
Hmm.
150 is the same thing as 75 in the other games, which is
Hmm.
like I think barely larger than wait. Am I mistaken? How is that 150? Yeah, in so I believe that the Wild Magus's Eldritch Doom is like 65, which would be the equivalent of 130 in this game,
Oh.
right? So like what
Huh.
happened? Did I make a mistake in my math? Maybe I did.
Hmm. Well, I don't know. I'm not very experienced when it comes down to modding the first three Kingdom Hearts games, so I don't know how the units of measurement go there.
Oh, really? I thought that you had made an Origins mod at some point. But
Well,
you just made Master
yeah,
difficulty.
no, it's a legend. It was called Legendary mode, but I haven't really touched it in a while, so my knowledge is a bit rusty.
Oh, okay. Okay, so let's see what health he's got now. So he's gonna go from about 2,000 to about 7,000.
Hmm. Yeah, not bad. Decent chunk of damage.
Yeah, so far so good. So
Hmm.
let's see.
Rexy, my beloved, how are you doing this fine evening? Hi there, Trevor, and how's it going? Pretty good so far. What about you? Hopefully your day is going well. I heard that your PC, unfortunately, is not getting better, so hopefully the company that was responsible for the repair is gonna actually do its job. Let's see. Hmm. We are entertaining ourselves.
What? Because the chat has nothing to do. I mean, I'm surprised people
Yeah.
would be watching this anyways. Like I feel like when stuff gets repetitive, they tend to tune out.
Hmm.
But what do I know?
From time to time.
And he's just outright dead.
Hmm.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah, the difference is very, very stark. I feel like, yeah, impossible wasn't too far off, or expert difficulty wasn't too far off from being feasible.
Yeah, it is. It is doable, but you just barely don't have enough resources. Like the biggest problem is around wave 13 with bursts. You just don't have enough burst damage to deal with them. You can try to go for Rotten Force spam, but then again you have to somehow manage to the flying units, which also have medium armor, so you can't afford to just cheap it out and go for like low level archers.
Mm-hmm.
But once you get to
it's not enough.
like levels 7 or 8, that's when you get some pretty decent heroes, and maybe you can come back to it on Impossible. I believe Rexy was unlocked on level 8, so he is very solid.
Yes, from what I saw, incredibly so.
Yeah, his ultimate is pretty busted, but then again, I wanted him to be slightly more OP than usual because, again, this hero is supposed to be kind of based on my avatar.
Yeah, so you want to make him good.
Different. I mean, he has the base model of Garage, but that's because we don't have the new sprites yet. Because, well, Red Warrior is supposed to be the one making the sprites, but since he has a lot of other work to do, it's kind of difficult to get a hold of him.
Oh, I see. Okay, I'll just use this now because the cooldown will be back up.
Hmm. Oh man.
Yeah, so now he's already at half health. Although I do have my concerns still about the feasibility of like killing the group of them when we get to the end here.
Hmm. I'm good. I'm good as always. I'm good as always. You can check the rest of my day in your DMs. Okay, I'll check it. I'll check it after the stream.
Oh, nice! You got a DM invite.
Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute! Why was I reading the chat? Oh my god! That moment when you get too relaxed. Oh my goodness! This is ridiculous.
Hmm. Yeah. Well, a bit unfortunate. What level is Garage though? Is he still
5?
level 5? Ah, alright.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
He
too
is
bad I don't
pretty
have that
decent.
mod that lets you speed up the level. I would prefer that, to be honest, so that way I can get through the early game more quickly. And also, I should hopefully be able to like micro more because everything's twice as fast. I'm only waiting half a second for the input to register instead of 1 second.
I thought you were able to do this using a cheat engine. You can just speed up the game speed. You can increase the game speed.
Oh well, how quickly is that gonna? How hard is that gonna be to set up? Because I wouldn't mind setting that up right now.
Well, yeah. The problem is I don't really remember how to do it because again I don't really use this option.
Oh, okay. Never mind then.
I know. Yeah, but I know it is possible to speed up the game with a cheat engine.
Yeah, too bad there's all these tower spots that like look like I would have enough gold. Like I could get this to max and have this range reach all the way over here, but it just doesn't matter. You can speed it up to 500 times. Ah, okay. Well, we'll just do this again, and I'll pay attention. I'll still be locked in, etc. And I'll probably.
You can speed it up to 500 times. Bruh. Really? I don't know it can go that far. How would you even play on 500% speed?
That's the neat part. You don't. You just watch it happen. or set a macro.
Hmm.
Because you could spam lightning like all the time, right? Because lightning is what? Sorry, thunderbolt, not lightning, thunderbolt, or rain of fire, because it's only a 60-second cooldown. So at 60 times speed, it would already be 1 second. So 500 times speed, you're already gonna get like 8 in 1 second, which you can't even do. Hey, you could kind of do. I have like a thing that's like an auto clicker. Oh my god, no way. This thing is supposed to click like once every 0.5 milliseconds. I'm holding it down, and it's supposed to do that. And this is how it works on Vengeance. It's just like twitching instead. That's a good way to test how jank Vengeance is. It just does this.
That's why I love modding it, because it's like the odd one out of the series. Like with the first 3 games, there's not too much to balance around. Like, sure, besides a few towers that need rebalancing, the rest is already kind of fine. But for Vengeance, there's a lot of things that need to be fixed.
Yeah, you're more productive by modding this game than another game.
Yeah, it's a lot easier to make a mod for, like, let's say, Origins or Frontiers than it is for Vengeance, because you have less stuff to balance.
Celine's got some wisdom here. If your spam mouse outpaces the game tick speed, it doesn't work well. That happens in many games. It's not really a sign of bad coding, in my understanding. Well, I can do... Hold on. I can do this just fine. I'm spamming the 4 hotkey while also holding the auto clicker thingy. This seems to be working. Okay, maybe not then. Another day, another thing to be wrong about. Yeah, I'll just spawn this now. Might as well get this show on the road as fast as possible. A lot of high-budget games have the exact same effect, at least. I mean, aren't a lot of high-budget games generally, like, signs of bad coding? Like, most of them are really, really suboptimal on release. I don't know if that's a good support for your argument. Alright, let's block all these guys in the same spot. And then those guys are about to die, so I'll just use the AoE here, I guess. Yep. Alright, so we can keep talking about Alliance now. So I'm a bit worried about the fact that they posted Vesper stats, because I think that the #1 thing that needs to be fixed in that game is the balance, but that's probably everyone's biggest complaint in every single Kingdom Rush game. In this case, though, the problem for me, I feel like, is a little bit too severe to go unchecked, go ignored. I really would like to see them do some tweaks to certain towers, certain heroes, especially. Like, at the moment, I would say the hero balance distribution is almost as bad as Frontiers, where you have people like Kutzao and Cronin in the same game that you have Boneheart. It's kind of as imbalanced as Frontiers was before Boneheart was, because now that Boneheart is there, it's more imbalanced due to him being that much further away in power than Cronin and Mirage. But like when they had Karkinos and Kutzao and stuff like that, and he was just useless. At the moment, I feel like most premium heroes are an absolute waste of money. There's like one that I find fun, and it's one of the most. It's arguably the worst hero in the game, which really sucks. So those things need to be changed, because those are premium content for mobile. So you don't want to scam people. Ironhide. Speaking of scamming.
Well, there is still quite a bit of time until Alliance is out, so I'm sure they're gonna rebalance the hero's base stats and abilities. They just need to figure out how to strike a good balance where the heroes are strong but they're not too overpowered. Which is probably the hardest thing to do with when it comes down to Kingdom Rush is the heroes, because with every passing Kingdom Rush game it feels like the hero is able to do more tasks at the same time. While in the original Kingdom Rush, with the exception of like maybe 2 heroes, usually the hero choice didn't matter as much. While in Frontiers, Origins, and Vengeance, you just pick a hero and he gets to do all of the stuff at the same time. and the only difference is who has the bigger and stronger stats, at least for the most part. I mean, compare Ashby to Boneheart. Sure, both of them are pretty strong, but when it comes down to raw DPS and pure stats, Boneheart beats him in almost everything, if not
Yeah.
everything completely.
Exactly.
Kingdom Hearts games have never been about balancer. Well, you can say that, but not really. The problem that I had when I was firstly starting to mod Vengeance was how to make everything equal. But then I realized if everything is strength, then what's the point of even unlocking new stuff if they're gonna have similar stats and similar abilities? So I decided to make it based on a tier of strength. So you unlock stronger and stronger stuff the further you progress into the game. And once you have a hold of this, I suppose we can put it in quotations, equipment, you can utilize it to beat on harder difficulties that lacking resources.
Yeah, that's an interesting way to balance it, because then you just have the choice to use the weaker stuff if you would still prefer to challenge yourself, or just make it like a sandbox.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of how I've seen most Kingdom Hearts games. Like, there's always that underpowered tower that nobody uses, and then there's the OP that everyone knows about. Like, for example, in Frontiers, almost nobody uses Templars, but everyone spams Battle Maker because of how much things you could do at the same time.
Okay, so far so good. I think I put these guys a little bit too far to the right, but whatever. Just make sure all these guys are dying.
Yeah, maybe one thing you can do is probably Roots of Evil. I think that could be decent on the bottoms. Okay,
What?
never mind.
Okay, I guess they still don't reach over there. That's crazy. Wait, did I put these guys somewhere else? Oh, it's because I didn't get this tower. Oh my god. And they just don't see. They don't see it. Oh my goodness. This is getting absurd to me. Please get me out of this nightmare. I feel like I'm in a straitjacket right now. Or like a mental asylum. Okay. Okay. I'll do it again. You know what? Screw it. I don't care anymore. If we're gonna come back and play this on Impossible, then the difficulty doesn't matter. We could literally play it here. Right?
Okay,
And just get out of here.
The diplomatic solution.
This is the solution to getting the heck out of here already, so that way I can finally do something else in the game. And hopefully with more unlocked stuff, I have the freedom to play other levels and whatnot without having to resort to this, okay? I don't care.
Yeah, it's
I
understandable.
really don't care, Lynn. Yell at me all you want. You know what? Yeah, I'll just start the level. For some reason, I keep on wanting to put the hero over on the top. I don't know why. My psychology's out of whack.
Playing on casual, did I see that correctly? Well, yes, you did. You're gonna see.
Yeah, you saw it here first, folks. This is what it's come to. I want to pretend that this never happened. I hate this.
Yeah, this level is a kind of a turn down point for some players, just because they just can't figure out the proper strategy to survive. Which I suppose that this level needs even more, because it used to be a lot harder. Even after the nerfs, I'm noticing that it's ridiculously hard around the end. I think I just have to space out the waves a little bit more. I think that's the biggest problem. Everything comes out way too fast.
I mean, I like high difficulty and stuff like that. That's fine. I think that Vengeance doesn't accept high difficulty very well, because it's so much harder to like micro your way out of a bad situation because of the way that hero AI and all that kind of stuff works. Like, you saw the stuff of Azure, right? That was already like the warning shots being fired.
Stop! You violated the law.
And then do I want to do
it anyway? Nah, this time we're gonna make it. I believe in the Duke. He can make it.
I think I forgot to get a second tower over there, so let's just get that now before I forget. Look at all these units. These units are just gonna kill everything here. What is their health? 216? That's like basically what it was like in vanilla, isn't it?
similar. Like on casual, enemies only have 10% speed than normal. The difference isn't too high.
All right, yeah, let's just get this over with. In fact, I would almost want to do this off camera at that point, right? Because like I feel guilty subjecting people to watching this.
Well, I guess one way to make it entertaining is if we try to speedrun the level, since we're playing on casual.
Yep, I'm calling every wave instantly. As soon as I see it, I'm pressing W.
Okay. And maybe try to slow down at around wave 13, because...
Just in case, yeah. Like, I don't know if it's going to be that much easier. So, casual is 80% max HP. So it's like half of what it was on Impossible.
Well, yeah, technically.
Wait, oh my god, Lynn is right. I could just edit the save file.
Oh yeah, that's also an option.
Why do I always forget that like you can do that on Vengeance as well? Like Vengeance is so different that I feel like you shouldn't be able to edit the save file for some reason.
Nah, it is possible. I didn't do this for the most part, but you know, if you feel like you want to move on or just are tired or burned out, you can always move on to the next.
Yeah. Let's see if oh dear. Yeah, that is like half the HP that it wasn't impossible. Okay, Varric,
Yeah,
let's see if you can
the big
solo a
difference.
Stonebeard Geomancer. Because you have regen and stuff, so. No, get out of the way. Oh my god, see, stuff like that. And now then uses up the
yeah.
skill too on the enemies. Stuff like that, I just find so much more annoying to try to work around in Vengeance compared to the other games. That like, it makes the high difficulty feel a little bit wasted almost. Like if this kind of stuff was just in Origins, I'd be having a blast. Every single retry, probably. Because like I could micro my way through the early game in ways that you can't elsewhere, and then I could possibly have a cheaper defense, and then with the cheaper defense, I could try to see about like having a late game setup that I'm actually happy with. You did do a good job making it really difficult to figure out a conventional late game strategy, though, because from what I've noticed, you have so many, you get so much efficiency out of the early game towers. The early levels of towers, I mean, that like you just want to fill up the strategic points for the most part.
Yeah, kinda.
Yeah, here I'll still try to stall this stuff out. I think that's still for the better.
Yeah.
And then here, so that way there's definitely no problems with the flying enemies. It might also just be that like retrying it so many times is just making me not think critically anymore. So plain worse. I've said that many times that happens to me. So frick.
Yeah, that can happen. Oh, it's alright. Just a little bit of gold wasted. It was a tier 1 tower, so it wasn't that bad.
Yeah.
You still get 70% back. Oh wait, I skipped the comment. Rexy got a new haircut. I can try to turn on the cam and show it to you, but I'm not sure if my PC will let me. It's fine. I'm sure your haircut is looking fine.
Yeah, let's just kill this guy.
So Luke is doing this on casual. I have to play the brutality mode on impossible. Well, I know a little bit of unfairness. It is what it is. Like, give him a break. He's been stuck on this level since the last stream, so I'll give him a pass on that one.
If I was playing this solo, I would be fine with retrying it again and again. But like, there's a little bit of peer pressure in the stream to make it more entertaining. Like, I want to skip through this as quickly as possible now. Which is still not even happening. Look at how different this is. Like, I could be playing this on impossible mode so far, and everything would be going great. It's just that last level, or the last part, the execution, I don't know what I need to do. And yeah, I'll just keep these guys here.
Well, for the most part, you need to focus on wave 13 and 14. You have to focus the top side choke point, while on wave 15, you do have to manage some of your resources to the top side, but you have to shift most of your attention to the bottom side. That's usually how it goes. Unless you're using something like Dianian, Ice Coat, or Merlin, then it doesn't really matter.
Let's see, are they gonna attack him? Yeah, they are. Okay. Let's wait until he's in the AoE
Seven.
of this thing.
Well, yeah, but you see, Trev, the thing is he was playing on Impossible with limited soul upgrades, so there's a big difference between Impossible and normal difficulty. Because in Vanilla Vengeance, the difficulty curve is very minimal. Like, on Veteran, enemies get 20% more HP, on Impossible it's only 35%. Here, it's 40% on Veteran and 80% Impossible, so there's a very large difference when it comes down to enemies' efficient HP and stuff. That's the only thing I hate about Vengeance is you can't really change the enemy stats as much as you want. You can only really tackle the HP. But
Yeah,
that's about it.
the engine is so limited.
Yeah, it's the only L that I truly hate about. Like I can get over everything else, but the difficulty of options are just something I can't get over. That's why I spent so much time on the legendary mode. I was able to tackle with so many different stats, but I wasn't able to in Vengeance. Which, speaking of which, I'm probably gonna make an update on it after I'm done with the new mini campaign. For
Please do.
For Reborn.
I mean, we have. Have you seen the stuff that I've been doing for Kingdom Rush 1?
Yeah, the new Twilight Heretic. I noticed them.
Yeah, we have
fine.
a lot of other heroes that we want to make, and we're making like custom heroes completely from scratch. Like we're having we have an artist that's trying to get accustomed to making the art style, and so once that's done, we'd like to, yeah, we'd like to try and make it so that way we can add custom heroes. Like I wanted to make a hero myself, like my own hero. All that kind of stuff is time consuming, but if you have all these big aspirations and the time for it, we should probably just try to work together if we're going to be modding the trilogy as well. Because if you were just sticking with Vengeance, I wouldn't have made such an offer. But if you are, then it's a different story.
Well, I mean, I do know the base stuff about modding the first. Super familiar with it since I'm out of practice, but I think if I just spend a few days relearning the code and how everything works, I think I can do fine. Plus, I'm pretty good with creating heroes and designing them, because like
yeah, you've made a lot.
Yeah, I remember back in the day when we were reviewing each other's custom.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, I still remember the first one I've made. It was so long ago, but I remember his abilities and everything.
Oh, the Prince Dinas hero?
No, that was I believe the 12th hero that I made. The first one was Atlanteus. It was supposed to be.
Oh, the dragon, right?
It was supposed to be it was supposed to be a rework of Ashba.
Oh yeah, I remember that now because
different.
I think I remember starting that video and like trying to do an impersonation of you.
Yeah, I did the same thing, but you were trying to rework Lilith, I believe.
Yes, which I'm still not entirely happy with, but whatever. Like, Lilith is just a hard hero to rework, I think, because you want to figure out whether or not you should go for the RNG or just replace it. I feel like in the code for modding, I want to get rid of all the RNG and make her playstyle about stacking Reaper's Harvest with Soul Eater. Oh wait, what am I doing?
Well, yeah, that's kind of how I reworked her. Her insta-kill is always guaranteed at level 3. The Soul Harvest doesn't have a cooldown, so you can't stack it, obviously, but you can essentially get permanent damage buffs as long as enemies are dying near you. The Resurrection chance I couldn't really rework into something better, so I just gave her a casual 50% chance to resurrect. And the ultimate, it only casts the meteors instead of the angels, because the angels are kind of hard to use, and sometimes they don't use their full damage.
Yeah, plus I think they're too similar to other hero spells that already are in the game.
Yeah, it's kind of like Bruce's ultimate, but somehow worse. Like, I don't know how they managed to do it. It's supposed to do 1600 true damage, but it feels like it does like 200.
Well, Zin's Shin, I can't say his name that accurately, but his hero spell is pretty much identical to the angels. I don't know why they made it that way, because in the voting, it was asking like, oh, do you want to be able to summon, like a 50-50 chance to summon meteors or summon angels to fight for you or something like that. And they totally made it sound like there's going to be units that would block.
Hmm.
Oh, what is that melee aggro range? Okay, great.
Yeah, that's something that I end up increasing because in Avengers, so I wanted to make it more similar to the other Kingdom Hearts games by increasing it a little bit. Hmm. Okay, well, you can pause a little bit before wave 15 thinking about how to spend your gold, because
I know,
you're
right?
sitting on quite a bit.
I don't know what God of Waifus is talking about. Yeah, we probably should go for So does Shadow Mark work on the boss?
Yeah, it's the only ability in the game that bosses.
Oh, even
Is-
Affliction doesn't work?
No, like in terms of being able to deal bonus damage to boss from tower sources, the only tower that can do it is Shadow Archer, because before Ignis Altar used to be able to do it, but it was too broken, so I ended up removing it.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, the tower was already able to do way too much. Being able to do like 200% bonus damage to bosses was unnecessary.
Yeah. It's for the better.
Hmm.
All
Yeah,
right.
it was a good change. And of course, everyone is saying pause Duke. I mean, come on, we have to think about it.
You know what's funny is that nobody ever cared about me pausing beforehand. It was only when I did that stream with you and Pollux, and I had to listen to Pollux give a strategy, you give a strategy, and then my response. So we would pause for that whole time. That's what caused like the pause to last for so long. What is that attack? Is he?
He throws mini bombs. That's what it is.
Oh, okay. All right, now comes all this stuff.
Yeah, and here comes a new unit. Because if the boss was enough, there's a new unit.
What we got? A better Mecha Dwarf, Battle Mecha. Sneaking abilities. All right. So far, so good. Where's the other one?
Maybe use. I don't know. Soul Impact could be useful. There's a lot of Team Beer Gunman in there.
Okay. That was very sus.
Maybe get a barrack at the back.
Yep, that's what I have all
in
this
case.
gold for.
Yeah, the boss isn't too hard. Like once you survive the, it's pretty easy to deal with the boss.
Yeah,
You
looks like
just
things
have
are
to
going well so
not get
far.
overwhelmed by the chump boss that he spawns.
Yep, it's totally not lagging either. Yep, definitely fine.
Uh-oh.
Okay, so that Sulfur
One.
Alchemist will just die. This one needs to die.
Yeah, just don't get one-tapped by the battle mechs.
Yeah,
The lasers do a lot of damage.
there we go. He survived.
Okay, now just focus on the boss who is on the bottom side.
Oh wait, he goes to the
Like,
bottom?
Yeah, that's why I said on wave 15 you have to shift your focus on the bottom.
Oh, what the heck?
He's not too difficult as long as you can keep him on. The moment he's not using his range attack or he's being stalled, he can just summon the chomp bots. And if he summons them too close to your exit, then you might be in trouble.
Yeah, okay, I see. And he's got no AoE, right? This time?
He does have an AoE attack, but it's all dodge it.
Why is it that when I select this, it looks like I'm about to select the one of the upgrades too? It's so confusing.
Yeah, that was another one. The realist Morgan. Yep.
And is he
Morgan.
healing? Oh, he did not listen to my movement. Dang it.
Hmm.
Like, so does he heal from physical attacks?
Well, not quite, but he does have a small amount of passive regeneration.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he used to be a lot harder because he had multiple auras. One of the auras would reduce the damage of your towers that are close to him to 0, and the other one would reduce the resistance of your units by 30%. It was very difficult, but he was nerfed a lot in order to be beatable, at least on impossible. On casual, he was still relatively easy, but he was a different story.
I gotcha. Well, it looks like we managed to permastall him without this orc
Hmm.
barracks even coming into play.
You violated the law.
So hopefully I don't get too cocky here.
Yeah, it's alright. As long as you kill him, the level is over.
Oh, okay. So like, I should have just killed him rather than focusing on
Yeah, I
going up
mean-
here and killing these guys. What? The game crashed
Really? How did it crash?
because I'm not allowed to meet this or to beat this game.
Bro.
All right. Well,
But-
I guess it's settled. Editing the save file is the only solution. Not only was it optimal all along, I subjected people to so much torture watching all of this, but also that. Okay, I have an idea. Okay,
hmm.
you guys let me know as well in the chat if you think this is a good idea. What I'm thinking is that I should delete the VOD. There should be no evidence of this ever happening. Nothing was gained, only lost. Like this was a complete waste of time. I don't know if anything funny happened or interesting. We barely talked about Alliance. By my standards, this is a stream for the trash can. Then again, I don't know if anything happened during your stream that was like worth saving, but yeah. I'm not
Not
happy with
really.
this with these results. Not at all.
Yeah,
Like
I guess we'll do a redo.
yeah, and also I had a longer amount of free time in the morning than I thought I would as well. Because again, it all depends on my family. So like, I thought I was gonna have to leave sooner than this anyway. And I also thought that I was gonna leave or like beat the levels as well. You got to keep it. This is gold. How is this gold? What, okay, literally, what was good about this? You guys tell me because I think this a lot. To be honest, if I don't make any progress, say no to your family. We're celebrating my mom and dad's birthday today. I'm not saying no to that. And then next week we gotta do not Valentine's Day, Mother's Day, and then the weekend after that, what's happening? Oh, I think that weekend I'm making myself busy, but still, can't say no to those things. Admit that you're a fraud and you can delete the VOD. Good rhyme. The chat is why you gotta keep it. No, who not making any progress is part of the progress.
Yeah,
If
I don't know what's up with this boss fight. It's like the fuck. Yeah. Okay. Like I don't know what to do with this. Like initially it was the auras that were causing the bug, and now it's something else. Like
oh, so you
this
think
boss
that it was
fight
something
is-
to do with the boss?
Yeah, because usually when the boss dies, everything gets messed up, which doesn't make sense because I tested them out literally yesterday. It worked fine, but now I didn't. So I don't know if it's something that I messed up in the code or like initially I thought it was the multiple auras he had because there were a lot of animations going at the same time and maybe the game was overwhelmed and it crashes due to that, which I end up removing and then the boss fight was working. But now it turns out it still doesn't work. So I think I'm just gonna end up deleting the boss altogether. As much as I love the concept and I want to give a tribute to the real Morgan, I kind of have to get rid of it. Otherwise, a lot of people are gonna hate this level because it's already difficult enough even without him.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe you should look into the wave composition. Cause like I feel like the wave 13 thing is such a huge spike that like if it's gonna be that hard, you should make the beginning maybe a little bit more interesting. And in order to do that, I guess you'd have to spawn more enemies and then you get a bit more gold. I know there's a lot of cascading effects that will occur as you make any tweaks at all. But yeah, I think it would be a very good. There's a lot of room to make it better. I would say, not even like a bad level either. Like there's so much there, and maybe I played it so much because of like the sheer amount of time that like of course I can get like more picky criticisms. So yeah, take that with a grain of salt too.
It's fine.
I don't know.
Well,
Yeah.
I suppose. Yeah, I can rework it from wave 13 to 15. Shouldn't take too long.
Okay, yeah. What I was saying is that there's a discrepancy between waves 13 through 15 and the rest of the levels, or the rest of the waves. which to me means that you could make either one different or even make both of them different so that they're both a bit more even.
Hmm.
That's just my
No,
two
I don't
cents.
know.
Because like
I
one
kind
attempt
of
is very long, so it's preferable to not spend so long there for something that that you're just waiting to happen. You're just waiting for wave 13 to happen.
hmm. Yeah, I don't know. I kind of wanted to make your most of the level kind of slow pace and then hit the player just to see how they would react. Because that's kind of how I was designing this one. Because a lot of people, because usually this level is pretty slow in the vanilla version, and I want to keep it that way as an illusion. And then from wave 13 on, it just spikes up rapidly.
Oh, I mean that could be a decent iron challenge where like it's slow for the first 2 minutes and then the last minute of it is very hard and it's just a 3 minute challenge, like 3 to 5 minute challenge.
uh,
But for
I
something like that,
wish.
like that's like a 15-minute commitment for me to
Hmm.
like so I repeat the same steps for like 10 or 12 minutes and then the last like 5 or so minutes I'm gonna be like trying to do everything perfectly. It just makes you wish for a save state.
Yeah, I suppose. Hmm.
Well,
I'll figure it out.
yeah, if you do disagree though, like I'm giving you the option to let me know because I'm about to start doing wave compositions myself for like some custom stages in the impossible mode mod. And if my reasoning is not sound, then I would like to know ahead of time before I get started on working on them.
Well, I mean, the thing is, I can't really formulate an opinion until like test. So, I like the way I do wave compositions is I don't really think about them. I just think of an enemy type, think of how many times I want to spawn them, what spacing he should have, and then I just do it and test it. And if it
Oh,
doesn't
really?
work, or yeah, wave compositions are not my specialty. That's the only thing I hated about making Reborn is every freaking level had to be recomposed, like campaign, heroic, and irons. That took forever.
Yeah, it can be quite time consuming. I made a spreadsheet for like tracking all the information stuff, and then the code wasn't working when I changed it. So, like the progress that I did
Uh,
make a little bit didn't even go anywhere. So, it's only once I figure out how to make that not a problem anymore can I go back to it. But yeah, that kind of stuff is really fun for me. I like thinking, all right, you have this much gold, and you have these like enemies spawning to encourage you to build these towers. And then, given that you've built these types of towers, right? How am I gonna like punish you for not building a greater variety of towers? And based on the timing and stuff like that, um, give like branching options so that way there's not one way to solve a level. Like if you're gonna use your rain of fire here, that's good because it'd be like a power spike in enemies. But otherwise, you could try to use I don't know, like this specific ability from a tower upgrade to counter these enemies instead, and then you'll probably still make it out alive. Or or like if you do that and spend your gold on that, then you won't have the gold to buy the counter to the next wave of enemies. So that's when you want to use your rain of fire. Stuff like that to make the wave composition interesting is what I'm shooting for. So that's probably going to be quite intensive.
yeah, that's kind of how I did most of the post-game levels in Reborn. All of them require a unique solution. You can't just spam the same thing that worked on the previous level. Here you have to figure out a different setup. Like,
Oh yeah, that too.
should I use more magic damage? Should I use more artillery damage? How much true damage do I need? Should I pull out this hero, or is this hero going to be better for stalling? Do I need burst damage? Questions like this, especially on the Iron challenges, because something that you may or may not know is the Iron challenges and Reborn, all of them are mini boss fights, and they all require specific setups. Like the solution is a lot simpler there because I you can restrict which towers to use. So
Hmm.
you have the towers in front of you. You're just figuring out the puzzle, like how to deal with the wave, how to deal effectively with the boss. Should you stall them out, or should you try to burst them? Stuff like that. Kind of the same for the heroics, but they're a little different. You basically have only level 1 towers and you have 0 starting gold, so it's very heavy micro intensive in the beginning, and it gets easier towards the end.
Yeah, I like that idea, that concept of making it sort of a puzzle in order to figure out the boss fight. And since it's the Iron Challenge, you can afford to start off with the boss immediately. So that's
Mhm.
pretty cool. I like that a lot. I look forward to experiencing that once the game is not crashing. Until then, though, I
Well,
guess
besides,
yeah, I'll see everyone later.
Mhm.
Did you have a response? I was waiting for you a little
Oh,
bit.
uh, no, I kind of wanted to. I thought it was over already.
Oh,